What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, where for today's video, thanks to Shozy Store, we're going to be checking out the TMT-01 Transformers Bumblebee movie, Cybertronian Bumblebee. Now, if you would like to pick this up, then be sure to check out the links down in the description box below. And this is seriously an awesome looking Cybertronian vehicle. It's kind of a great throwback to how Bumblebee originally appeared in some of those War for Cybertron video games, and it's awesome to see a movie masterpiece quality release of this design. We're so used to seeing Optimus Prime and the regular Volkswagen look that it's cool to get something a little different, and I think detail-wise this is pretty much bang on to how B-127 appeared in the movie. Check out those futuristic headlights, the rims are looking brilliant, all of them are fully decked out with proper rubberized tyres, so this guy should have no issues in rolling out into the battlefield, and I love all of the wear and tear that you can see scattered throughout the vehicle. The very first time that we see B-127, he is quite literally charging head-on into a pair of Decepticon Seekers, so it is pretty sweet to see all of this battle damage. And check out the turbo boosters from the back. This is spot on to how they appeared in the movie. This is how Bumblebee looks from the underside, and the up top is just as nicely detailed. Now, we only see B-127 in his neutral state for only a few seconds because he is in the middle of the Cybertronian war. Let's check out what firepower this guy is packing. And up front, to match the movie, he does include a pair of integrated blasters, which are looking so incredibly sick. Although I will be honest, guys, they are an absolute pain in the ass to retract and detract because you have to slide up this section. There is literally no space inside there at all, so you are definitely going to require the use of a spudger. And another really sweet feature is that if you hover a magnet over the front, bang! It does actually illuminate this really wicked blue, which again does match what we saw from the movie. So all round, it's a 10 out of 10 vehicle. So wicked to finally see some of these Cybertron designs receive the third-party magic. So, as we check out some comparisons, on the right-hand side we have the MPM-3 Bumblebee based on the original 2007 movie. This TMT Bumblebee is an absolute beast. Look how massive he is in comparison to this official masterpiece, and I have decided to leave the cannons out up front because I think they just look so badass. Here is how he sizes up alongside the Rise of the Beasts Voyager class Optimus Prime, Deluxe class Rise of the Beasts Bumblebee, so compared to a mainline figure, again, is an absolute unit. And then finally, the Hasbro Studio Series Cybertronian B-127. So TMT really did such a great job in taking that original Cybertronian design and adapting it into the masterpiece scale. Without any doubt, as you would expect, this thing destroys the official Hasbro version. And bang! Here we have Bumblebee fully transformed into his robot mode, and it's a great looking figure. It's finally so awesome to have a really well designed B-127, as in some ways I do find myself preferring this design over how he appeared once he arrived on Earth. So as we check out the details, first of all, I think the paintwork for a fully transforming figure is crazy awesome. I mean, check out the mechanical details that we have for the torso. The armoured panels have been so nicely weathered, really giving you the impression that he has been battling it against the Decepticons for centuries. I also love the leg design. All of the external armour you see here is completely die-cast, so that adds a great sense of weight, really makes him quite well grounded, especially during posing. Look at all of those details you can see there, the gears, the pistons, that's looking sick. And even as we spin this guy around to the back, just as nicely designed as the front, we get this really wicked spinal column, those classic Bumblebee door wings. The only time we really ever see B-127 in this form is in the middle of the Cybertron battle, so let's see what firepower and weapons this guy's packing. And up first, we see the return of Bumblebee's classic Stinger Blaster, and the way it integrates into the figure too, I think is awesome. Much like the front of the vehicle, this also has an LED function which is activated by a magnet, so bang, check that out. It does illuminate this really sick blue, so again, he shouldn't have any issues in wiping out some of the Decepticons. And then a weapon which we don't see in the movie, although I do know concept art exists for it, would be Bumblebee's Warhammer. It would have been amazing had he whacked this out to club, shatter and dropkick over the head with, but check out the piston detail. There's even an Autobot emblem for those of you that maybe want to smack a sticker onto that, and it has been painted and sculpted just as nicely as the actual Bumblebee figure himself, so those are brilliant. But that's not all for the Autobot Scout, as he also includes quite a few integrated weapons, the first being this energized blade. Now we do see him use this quite a bit in the film, so this is wicked. I like how it can be compressed and stored inside the forearm guard, much like we saw in the movie, and those blasters that were deployed in vehicle mode this time round to become some over-the-shoulder cannons, which I think is kind of a great throwback to how he originally looked in some of those Michael Bay movies, so those are really sweet. And then the final integrated accessory he includes is stored away inside the head, so if we take the top part and hinge this upwards, check that out, he actually has the battle mask. Now I think this is a really sweet inclusion, but I will be honest guys, I have found this to unfortunately be a victim of paint chipping. The entire visor is clear plastic with yellow painted over the top, so I am hoping that before this guy goes into full mass production, this is an issue that TMT can fix, as I'm not quite sure why the paint has rubbed off so badly, but with the exception of that, he literally is perfect. He comes with all of the weapons and more that we saw in the movie, so he's fully armed to the teeth to take out some Decepticons. Now, checking out Bumblebee's articulation, up first, the head is on a swivel, so it can hinge up and down, and also look left to right. The shoulders have some amazing ratchet joints, so these can move forwards, backwards, they can then hinge out to the side. There is a bicep swivel, an elbow bend, which is super sturdy, and then a forearm swivel. The wrists are on ball joints, and every single one of the fingers are individually articulated at 2 points, so I thought that was awesome. Unfortunately, there is no waist articulation, and I was really kind of surprised by that, because the engineering for the most part is amazing, and to think they skipped out on something so simple as a waist joint really is a bit of a shame. But then for the hips, they have some superb ratchet joints which can kick way past 90, so those are brilliant. They'll then kick back roughly to that far. They'll also hinge out to the sides to a pretty decent range. There's then a thigh cut, a knee bend which can go to 90, and then finally for the foot, this can rock forwards and backwards slightly and tilt side to side and rotate left to right. So all in all, the articulation is really well done, but it does kind of suck there is no waist swivel, but I will still try my best to put this guy through the pose test. Now, checking out some size comparisons, on the right hand side we have the Cyber era Bumblebee, which was an upscale of the Transcraft Beetle. So, scale wise, they're pretty much exactly the same. I do love the Volkswagen Beetle, but I'm gonna be honest guys, that super sick alien chest I think is looking banging. And then, whacking out some of the big guns, first up we have the Monocrat Mega Tank, which was their take on the conceptualized Bumblebee movie design for Megatron. Then we have the magnificent mecha Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime, Cyber Factory Bumblebee movie Starscream, the amazing Bingo Toys Shockwave, the fully transformable Mechanical Alliance Soundwave, Rise of the Beasts Voyager Class Optimus Prime, and then finally Studio Series Deluxe Class B127. And so, wrapping up on this review for the TMT-01 Cybertronian Bumblebee. It is a banging start for TMT. Wicked vehicle mode. It's awesome how they integrated the pop-out cannons to match what we saw from the movie. The transformation too, I think for the most part, is great. The best way that I could summarize it would be that it reminds me a lot of some of the official Takara Tomy movie masterpieces. The transformation is involved, but I wouldn't necessarily say it's impossible nor frustrating. Everything works really well and it's quite easy to get the hang of, and the robot mode is just simply brilliant. The materials used too I think are great. The plastic is fantastic, as so are all of the die-cast components. He includes a shed ton of accessories. I'd love to get your thoughts on this Bumblebee down in the comment section below. If you are looking to pick one up for yourself, then be sure to check out the link in the description box. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and until my next review, transform and roll out!